My workers are away. So I had to look for General Chams to call him, and then the boy was dumped somewhere. They never stopped there. The next day they did the same thing. Now, if they do that to a minister's property, what are they doing to the poor people here in Matuga? We should fight that impunity. We should fight that impunity. That is impunity. And General Chamzi, you need to clean your house. I'm really happy that the mayor has brought it up. So many villages will have similar problems. I keep watching things on TV. You see Madame Fiona fighting over land, protecting someone. Then you see General Isoke is also protecting. General Chams is protecting. All those units, there's another man called Sachamukama is protecting. All those people are good. But they need to harmonize and work in an orderly way. And also work with the communities. Work with the LOC structures as you go to a village to enforce. That will, and security. Because I want to thank General Saleh that he has Operation Wealth Creation throughout the country, but I've not heard anyone telling me that Operation Wealth Creation coordinator of Masindi, he has arrested, there is a brigadier, what is his name? Tingira. Brigadier General Tingira or somebody has arrested and kidnapped someone in a van, so they are calling Saletu for rescue or Mwanguzi for rescue. That hasn't happened. So let's emulate the structure of Operation Wealth Creation with all these units put in place and work in close contact with the Honorable Minister, Madam Judith Nabakova. Let's work together to enforce the law without harassing and working for the rich or siding with the rich. We should side with justice and we should side for unity. So may I wish you well, whatever you're doing, all units, General Chams and everybody, please do your work because you supplement what we are doing as government, but the image of government is dented or smeared once bad elements work the same way how Kaka used to work. That is how Kaka, mwawulira ko mwami goita Kaka, owa iso, nga abana be nga Kaka ye musajja mulungi. Nenga muzeeyi abeera atudde ku fangayo oba ku office ye, abaana ne bakola bye baagala. Naye ekyo sinakiwulira mu Operation Wealth Creation. Era njagala kwebaza agikulembera naye yagitandika. Ne advisor wamwe ye President Museveni. Naye yagitandika ye General Caleb. Njagala mwebaza nnyo nti mulina obuyinza bungi nnyo mwami muwanguzi, mulina structure mu Uganda yonna. Mbadde nkola wake up rally nga tutambula mu Miruka ne mu district zonna nga sinabeera minister. Nenga ntukayo ne bangamba batuwa enkoko, batuwa kino. Nenga tewali angamba nti Operation Wealth Creation commander yaze nabba ettaka. Nti oba yawambye omuntu n'amuteeka mu motoka. So tuve mu bintu bya drone. Tulekerawo ebintu bya drone. Era njala kukakasa madamu ngenda kulekera esimu yange. Aba abantu we baddamu okujja okutabanya wano. Nange nja kukubira CDF. We nanoonya General Saleh nga simulaba nga nkubira CDF. Obanga anoonya muwanguzi nga mugamba naawe sindika counter force. Kuba kati tugenda kufula ensi yaffe y'abayaayi. Ojja ne drone n'owamba abantu ku kyalo. Olw'ettaka. No, that must stop. Ne watisa n'emmundu. That must stop. So njagala kwebaza President okumpa obwa Minister ngenda kukolera Uganda. Abantu ba Katale wali wansi be bagoba ku Katale nga mwine ekyapa abagezigezi mu sako ya mwenga befula abagezi nti bakikyuse. Tusabye commissioner wuli wali ayeyamye agenda tekako caveat ya commissioner. Watu twetagana okuteekako caveat ya minister ne honorable n'abakoba wanayimirira ajja bagamba ajja teekako caveat yaki ya minister. Kati koti wenajjako eya commission esangeko eya minister. Eya minister tulabanga enatera okuvaako nga tugamba teekako caveat ya muzeeyi eya President Museveni. Naye atawo tetujja kutuuka ku caveat ya muzeeyi nga tulina caveat ye kapeeka wano kumpi. Nga kirama wano nga ne office eri wano wamwe. Banadamu okubabba nga mwina office wano. Ng'ojja ng'ogamba Kigulu yasomesa abantu amateeka g'amataka nga mumubuulira nti sebo ababbi bazze nti ku luno bazze na drone oba bazze na bus batwala ettaka lyaffe. Bannange tuve ku bantu, tuve ku ttaka. Abalina amataka nga banaku tubakwate bulungi, tubalage omugaso gw'okolagana nabo, tukulaakulanye ettaka lyabwe bafunemu babeere ba shareholder mu company gye tunaaba tuzimbye ku ttaka eryo. Tulekerawo okunyigiriza abaavu oba abanaku nti kubanga tulina emmundu oba nti kubanga amanyi balamu. Nze sirina ttaka lya kubba, nze lyange nkola ki? Nze ninga nga muwanguzi w'ebulemeezi naye buli kyafunye kyakoze ki? Akikoleredde. Sinawulirako Philip Iduru nti yabbye. Sinawulirako nti ambassador omukalamoja oli yabbye nenga ndo omukalamoja amanyi General Sale amanyi General Museveni Director General wa ISO newe ngende Moroto bandaga ploti eringa eka 2 oba eka 3. Do you have a square mile in Karamoja there that you stole? Yes, let people learn that we don't need much. We don't need much on earth. Let's protect the poor. Tuyimirirewo kulwabanaku tubakulakulanye tubalage ekkubo. En office ejja kutuyambako ku ekyo. Mukama abawo omukisa.
Bannaye obugalo bwa Honorable Balamu.
Katwala omukisa guno mpite mwanyinaze Honorable Minister ebunyoro gwe tuyita n'amazzi. Wano gumuyita n'abakooba ajja ayogereko gye muli.
Nnyo Oweekitiibwa Balamu bana njja basaba muyimirireko katono. I know you have sat for so long. Can you try to stretch a little bit?
Minister abantu bagala okyukeko otunuleko eribooti o stretching n'eribooti.
Mama stretch muve ku Balamu.
Mu stretching nga ffe tu stretching bannange.
Bwe mutula ennyo musitulako ne ku bigere mubenga abasirikale. Sorry. Musituleko ku bigere. You have sat for some hours. Bwe mumaliriza mutuuleko munsaasire okikola ekyo. But you had sat for so long. Honorable Balamu, the Minister of Local Government.
Honorable Balamu,
Minister Saida Bumba. Oweekitiibwa Alhaji Nadduli. Oweekitiibwa Dr. Kigula wamu ne ttiimu yo. Kano muwanguzi Committee eya Land Management Center, Meya w'ekitundu kino ne RDC. Nsanyuse nnyo okubalabako olwaleero ku ssente empya gye ngenda okutongoza olwaleero. Munzikirize njozeeyoze abantu b'e Nansana, Gombe, Uganda okulonda President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni n'ebitundu 7 bye yafuna. Ate enjozaayoza Nansana okubeera ekimu ku bibuga ebikola obulungi wano mu Uganda. Aba Nansana ntambudde nabo ku level ya urban development. N'ebyo ebimu ku bibuga ebikolera ddala obulungi wano mu Uganda. Tuze wano ku nsonga z'ettaka. Nja kozesa Oluzungu n'Oluganda. Sijja kwetaaga ndooza mutaputa. Nze byange nja byogera. Nja kusooka mu Luzungu. Nzireko mu Luganda. It gives me great pleasure to join you today at the launch of the Land Management Center Uganda, an initiative whose objectives resonate strongly with government's commitment to strengthening land governance, securing land rights, and promoting sustainable development. Allow me to thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for his strategic guidance and commitment towards ensuring land tenure security, but also land administration in the country. Allow me also commend the founders of the center, particularly Dr. Kigula and your team, for bringing together decades of legal expertise, research and practical experience in land administration into an institution dedicated to providing knowledge-driven solutions to one of Uganda's most important national resources. I heard you trying to defend that this center is not a government center. Yes, but we welcome it overwhelmingly because we know it is going to work with us. So just feel at home and know that you are welcome to work with us. We have been working with partners, both local and international partners. So your coming on board is timely because you are adding on to what has been lacking. I also wish to pay special tribute to General Retired Kalebu Akandwanaho Salim Saleh for his tireless efforts in addressing the historical injustices, particularly those arising from the long-standing land disputes across the country. Through his patient engagement, dialogue, and commitment to reconciliation, he has demonstrated that many land conflicts can be resolved through consultation, fairness, and respect for the rights of all parties. So Uganda is grateful for his continued service to our sector. Land remains at the center of Uganda's economic transformation. Every investment in agriculture, industry, infrastructure, housing, mining, environmental conservation begins with certainty over land rights. Without reliable land information and secure tenure, development becomes very costly, disputes multiply, and investment is always slow. That's why government has over the years invested heavily in reforms such as the Land Information System, systematic adjudication and certification of customary land, decentralization of land services, and digitization of land records in our 22 zonal offices. Our objective has always been to build a land administration system that is transparent, accessible, but also trusted by all Ugandans. The program being launched today through the Land Management Center, Uganda, complements these national efforts at a very practical way. The proposed Land Resource Center has the potential to become an important knowledge repository that supports government with credible historical and current land information. It can equally support better management of customary land, which still constitutes the largest proportion of Uganda's land, but which remains largely undocumented. The center's Who Owned and Who Owns Land Where initiative is equally timely. Uganda has many disputes that originate from incomplete historical records, overlapping claims, irregular titling, and uncertainty regarding ownership over time. Building reliable historical ownership records can strengthen our investigations, can improve our planning as government, but also support lawful transactions and reduce opportunities for fraud. I'm particularly encouraged by the center's emphasis on reducing conflict within land, mediation, and negotiated settlements. Experience has shown that not only land disputes require lengthy litigation, many conflicts can be solved through dialogue, community engagement, and professionally guided mediation that protects the rights of all parties. Indeed, several of these interventions are consistent with recommendations that have emerged from previous government inquiries into land governance, including the work of the Commission of Inquiry into Land Matters that was chaired by Justice Bamugemeleire, which underscored the importance of improving records, strengthening institutional coordination, protecting lawful occupants, but also restoring confidence in the land administration. They are also reflected in the practical recommendations arising from the Kapeka Land Bank Committee, which proposed the establishment of land data banks, compilation of registers of landlords and vibanja holders, systematic land registration, stronger verification of titles, mediation as the first option in resolving disputes, and better coordination among institutions responsible for land management. The Kapeka experience demonstrated that when communities are properly documented, disputes carefully investigated, and parties brought together through structured mediation, remarkable progress can be achieved. Out of the 216 complaints you handled or you received under Kapeka committee, the committee resolved most of the complaints through mediation, reconciliation, and negotiated settlements, while also creating comprehensive register of landlords and vibanja holders to support future planning and conflict prevention. Dr. Chikula and your team, I will send my team headed by the new Minister of State for Lands to come and benchmark. Because in the ministry, we are supposed to have the registers of vibanja holders and landlords. And we want to start on this immediately throughout the entire country, especially on land that is titled already. Then we begin on the land which is not titled. So we believe that working with you, synergies will be created to enable us move in a coordinated way, but also be more effective, because now we have where to benchmark from. Then government also sees enormous potential for the center to support our national development through strengthening land investigations and verification of ownership, supporting zoning and spatial planning for agriculture, housing, industrial parks, and infrastructure, identification of public land and protecting it from encroachment, supporting systematic registration of both titled and untitled, complementing the National Land Information System with research, historical documentation, and analytical intelligence, supporting mediation and alternative dispute resolution to reduce costly litigation. Then also generating reliable land intelligence that informs national planning and investment decisions. On that note, I wish to commend General Saleh once again for his commitment to addressing the historical land injustices. The mediation initiatives he has championed, particularly the Kapeka and other parts of the country, have demonstrated that sustainable peace on land is achieved not merely through legal processes, but through listening, dialogue, reconciliation, and practical solutions that restore dignity to the affected communities. His leadership continues to offer valuable lessons for land governance in Uganda. As government, we welcome institutions that complement public efforts through research, innovation, and professional service. I therefore encourage the Land Management Center Uganda to work closely with the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, the Ministry of Local Government, culture institutions, development partners, and all agencies involved in land governance, so that together we build a land administration system that is transparent, secure, productive, and capable of supporting Uganda's long-term social, economic transformation. Mbebaza mwenna mwenna olw'okubeera nga muzze olwaleero. Eno center egenda okuteekebwawo egenda kutuyambako ng'etuwa ku byenoonyereza okusobola okulaba nti tunyweza n'okulongoosa records zaffe mu ministry. Njagala okwebaza General Saleh olw'okuteekawo ssente eno n'olw'okuteekawo okunoonyereza okw'enjawulo okukoleddwa okusobola okulaba nti enkaayana zikendeera ku ttaka. Waliwo okunoonyereza kwe mwakola ekapeeka ne kulaga nti emisango gye mwafuna kumpi gyonna mwagezaako okugigonjoola nga tegigenze mu kkooti. Ate n'okunoonyereza ani ali luddawa naddala mu Kampala nakyo kiyamba, era nekiyamba ne gavumenti okusobola okukola plan ennuŋŋamu eri abantu abalina ettaka mu Kampala, kubanga si buli agamba nti alina ettaka aba alirina. Ettaka biwandiiko, ettaka kubeera na records eziraga ddala nti ettaka liryo gw'olirina. N'okuteekawo register y'ab'ebibanja n'ettaka nakyo kikulu nnyo, kubanga ne mu Land Act nakyo kyogerwako, era ne mu ministry b'officers bange bakimanyi nti nabagamba dda tulina okuregisteringa ab'ebibanja abatudde ku ttaka ne tumanya nti omutaka y'ono, balandiroads be bano. Tukikozeeko mu bitundu ebimu nga Gomba, Mitiyana, Mubende, Kasanda, Kiboga ye Greater Mbende. Kye tubadde tukola nga tugaba certificates of occupancy ku Milo Land, nga omutaka tutuula naye n'abantu be oba alina ab'ebibanja 1,400 ne tumapinga buli omu ekibanja kyalina nga tulina omutaka, ne tumala ne tukkaanya omuntu oyo n'afuna certificate of occupancy. Tekiba kyapa naye kimukakasa nti atudde ku ttaka lya gundi. Katulabira ddala nti enkola eno egwira ddala mu ebyo bye tukola nga ministry. Kyenja okubasaba kwatagana ne ministry. Era Oweekitiibwa Ntabaaze yalondeddwa nga minisita w'ebyettaka omubeezi agenda kubanga akolagana butereevu nammwe wamu n'abakulu ba land registration ne land administration okusobola okulaba nti bayiga ku bino bye mukoze okwongereza ku ebyo bye babadde bakola, tubeere nga tulongoosa, tuleme kuddamu kulaba mivuyo oba kufuna nti ekyapa kya gundi kyatudde ku gundi oba ettaka lya gundi balibbye. Era nsaba tutambule nga tuli well coordinated okusobola okulaba nti ekizibu ky'ettaka ekibadde kitubobbye mu twe emyaka 10 n'okweyongerayo mu kisanja kino ekitaliimu kwebaka nga President Museveni bw'azzaayogera kiggwaawo, buli muntu afune emirembe. Ensonga za meeya ze yayogeddeko nkulu, naye nsaba RDC n'aba security nti
TV1. See the difference. Every morning brings a new beginning and a new day. We bring you the news that matters when it matters. From international headlines to the stories shaping our communities at home.
Because where is my ocean? I'm entitled to that ocean.
With expert analysis, in-depth conversations, and deep dives into the issues behind the headlines, we don't just tell you the news, we break it down. Start your mornings informed, prepared, and ahead of the day. New day, clear news, real insight, a smarter start. Weekdays 6:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. only on TV1. TV1. See the difference.
Ayera nabo ngenda basindika bajje balabe ettaka lino tulikoze tutya, biki ebibadde mu poliisi eri, biki ebitali mu poliisi enkadde ate nga twandiyagadde bibeeremu, engeri ettaka gye twagala libeere nti ettaka lya muwendo, ettaka kwe tukolera ebintu okufuna ssente, ettaka ky'ekyobugagga kye kitulina nga bannayuganda. Nsuubira nti bwe banaaba bazze mubaanirize, mubawe ebirowoozo byammwe, kubanga policy eyo kyekimu. Actually nyina policies bbiri, nyina land policy ne land acquisition policy, zonna zikwata ku ttaka. Sirina tteeka lye ngenda kukola nga sinamaliriza policies ezo, kubanga policy yenkola eruŋŋamya ebintu bwe binaatambula. Kati bweba enkola eyo erina okuba nga esoose kutereezebwa, then ndyoka ntwala amateeka mu parliament. So mbasaba nga bazze, kubanga nze mbadde njagala tukikole nga n'omwaka guno tegunnaggwako, kubanga kyali kya kisanja kiri ne kisigala middlewe nga tekiwedde. Njagala tubikole tubimalirize mangu, ng'omwaka gwakatandika guno ogw'ebyensimbi tube nga policy ziggwa, ate tulabe mateeka ki agayinza okuddako. N'olwekyo bwe banaaba bazze, basaba mubaanirize tulabe nga bakola ki, nabo bafuna ebirowoozo bya ssente eno nga bwe bafunye ebirowoozo okuva mu bantu abalala, ba partners abalala ne institutions endala. Tutwale policy nga buli omu aparticipatinze, ate nga buli omu ategedde nti land policy empya kino kyegenda okutunuulira, kino kyegenda okukola, era bwe tuti bwe tugenda okutambula nga bannayuganda. Ne ku radio tujja kukola programs babannyonnyola biki ebiri mu policy gye twagala okutwala mu gavumenti oba gye twagala okukola nga gavumenti, n'abantu babeereko engeri gye basobola okukuba amasimu oba okuwandiika. Oli ayinza okuwuliriza ebyogeddwa n'awandiika n'aleeta ekiwandiiko kye ku ministry. Abantu tiimu ekola ku policy nesobola okuba nga eraba ebyo bye muleese okusobola okutuyamba. Neyanziza nnyo, neyanzeeke
bannaye. Obugalo bannange obwebaza minisita olw'ebigambo ebirungi. Minisita tumwebaze olw'obugambo obulungi, era minisita RDC asaba nti onoomukkiriza abuuzeyo akabuuzo mu public for 1 second akaddemu nti buuza. Naye protocol egenda kugenda bweti, tugenda okufuna vote of thanks from Ndugu Senior Advisor Mzee David Brukol. He's going to give us a vote of thanks to the minister, our chief guest. Then, right now,
Mama Honorable Minister, tweyanzege. Tulina issue bbiri eyakatale akematuga mabanda, then ne factory eya Gentex. Waliwo kayungirizi wa factory atawanya abantu, waliwo ennyumba y'omukadde gye baakoonye. Ngezezzaako okuyamba abantu wali factory ya Gentex, naye ebiseera ebisinga oyo omusajja wa Gentex kayungirizi waabwe musajja mukyamu tatuwuliriza. So tusaba otuyambe maama bw'ona afuna obudde ojje tugendeyo oyamba abatuuze b'okukitundu ekyo.
Kati tenja okusaba kola report, mukole report mugimpeereze, kubanga kati mukimbuliridde wano sisobola kumanya kiki kituufu. Mukole report mugimpeereze, nze nja kulaba engeri gye tuyingira mu nsonga eyo.
RDC webale ensonga ebadde enkulu nnyo. Kaakati tugenda okufuna vote of thanks from Ndugu David Brukol about this function. Then Minister katule katono. Then oluvannyuma Minister agenda tugabula mukube n'obugalo. Agenda tugabula, yagenda okutusalira cake. Then olulala oluvannyuma
Hello, Arthur and Richard, please come up here. These are really gurus in this area with the land lab. Yeah, so as we move vote of thanks, I think it's important to recognize with your team, please. They will be part of the team that will be based here as well. And they have a lot of knowledge from all the civil society who have been handling issues of land. So they're going to be a big boost, a big addition to this team here. So we'll only get much better. So please, okay. Quick. As the chair of the lab, I was expecting you to be on lab coats.
Okay. Honorable ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. This is the land management task force that has been put in place under the guidance of General Akandranao, and I am the chair of the task force. I'm Dr. Arthur Wenomchisha. I also have the honor to lead the Advocates Coalition for Development and Environment, ACCOD, as a think tank, but I'm also a teacher, a professor. Let me, my vice, just say your name.
No, good afternoon, Honorable Ministers. My name is Amukunda Julius. I'm the vice to Dr. Arthur Wenomchisha, but I also work as the executive director at the Civil Society Budget Advocacy Group. Thank you.
I'm Dr. Mulumba Fauz, representing Director, Office of the President, Apex Department.
Yeah. Ronald Murungi Aboke. I'm a fiscal planner and I work with National Planning Authority and I'm a member. Thank you.
Richard Sawachirianga. I'm a member of this task team, but also from the Office of the Prime Minister as a technical advisor and the Center for Basic Research.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Miriam Kanyesije. I'm part of the team.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Julius Biarhanga. I am a member of the team. I'm also Director Policy, Research and Advocacy at Private Sector Foundation Uganda.
Good afternoon, everyone. Jonas Mbabazi. I work at ACCOD and I support the Secretariat.
Wow. In moving, thank you so much. In moving a vote of thanks, Honorable Ministers, we found that the land division of the whole High Court of Uganda has got only 9 judges and 3 registrars. You can see what it means for the whole country. Over 7,000 cases, over 3,600 have stayed there forever. Those cases in the courts. And it's not possible. And when you read the NDP 4, National Development Plan 4, since we had a friend here from National Planning Authority, they say these land disputes, if we can resolve them, we can increase the GDP growth by 5 to 11%. So it's not just only justice, it's not only social, cultural, but it's also a drag down on our economy. And therefore, resolving these conflicts and releasing that land for investment, for production, we're just holding our economy down. So it's always better. And for us who work with General Salim Saleh, my dear, you have everything you touch must end up in harmony. He is not adversarial the way he works, so you must mirror his character. He's really a general who likes winning without shooting a bullet. And that's the purpose of this center. And please, let's make use of this center. And thank you very much, our honorable ministers. So we thank you also for speaking straight. If there is something wrong, I was chairman ranch restructuring, 91 to 94, 207 ranches throughout Uganda. I couldn't even take an acre, nothing, not even 0.0 watt. We really need to emulate good examples. So I thank you, and most sincerely, we thank you, our ministers, for creating an enabling environment for something like this to be here. And thank you, Honorable Balam, the guidance you've given, and the commissioner who is here. What a day this is when we are inaugurating a land management center, and then there is the issue of land in the market in Matuga. And what a coincidence. And now being the first case to be handled and managed by this center. We thank God for this. We really thank every one of you, and thank you for coming. May God bless you all.
bannaye obugalo obwa Honorable Protocol. Program egenda kuba bwet, Minister agenda kujja, wana agenda kulawo kasimbo k'okukinga LMC nga tuli wano. Oluvannyuma asale cake. Bw'amala cake tulina photo moment nja kugibabuulira how it will follow. Then ekirala tulina ekyemisana. Wano kati tusayininga akabonero akalaga nti Minister witnesses the opening of Land Management Center in Uganda at Matuga. Dr. Chugula. Dr. David Prukol Jangu. Madam. Mama Saida Bumba, Dr. Okot, Dr. Wainom Gisha, General Chams, Dr. Athan Tim, General Mwanguzi, katugenze ku mukolo ogw'okulya. Tujja kubala two, three, 4, 0. Bannaye kati Minister amaze okugabula naye tugenda kufuna photo moment wano wetuli wenyini. Yes. Minister, ba Minister ffe babeere mu makkati bombi.
TV1. See the difference.
People on shoulders, I want to see people, you know what I mean? I'm going under, and this time I feel there's no one to save.